Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for May 31st, 2014. It is currently 9:48 a.m. and it is absolutely beautiful outside. I was outside walking Max, my dog, and it just felt amazing. You had a nice northerly breeze coming in. You had temperatures basically in the mid 60s in central New Jersey. It just felt amazing. Very refreshing. That's the best word to use. Refreshing temperatures in place today. So right now we have temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, pushing into the upper 60s on the southeastern, southwestern suburbs of Philadelphia. Now Philadelphia just hit 68 degrees as well. Winds are from the north around 5 to 15 miles per hour, and skies are clear. On the radar, not much is really going on around here. It's, pretty much high and dry. With no cloud cover, that means no precipitation at all. We have to watch out for a few isolated showers in the Hudson River Valley and Connecticut later on this afternoon, but I used the word isolated. There's a lot of dry air in place here, so any showers that do develop are likely going to be weak because there really just isn't much moisture to work with in the atmosphere. On the latest visible satellite picture, you can clearly see clear skies throughout the entire region. A little bit of fog out here in the valleys. Now you see this cloud cover right here. This is with another backdoor cold front. Now it's not very impressive with a only being shown up as a weak trough over here over portions of southeastern New England. It's going to back in towards Connecticut and Long Island and try to push as far east as, let's say, the Hudson River Valley. So basically just to the west of New York City, up through the Hudson River Valley on east, this trough is going to try to back in, and that's what's going to keep the threat for a few isolated showers in the forecast for today. But again, I key on the word isolated here. There really isn't much moisture to work with in the atmosphere. So what's causing this trough? That's a great idea because high pressure is in control over the rest of the mid-Atlantic all the way into New York City. Well, when we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, you see this trough here, this low pressure system, rapidly intensify. What's happening here is that this disturbance is getting to the base and on the eastern side of this trough, which you can see carved out very nicely right here. And it's entering an area of two supporting factors for intensification. One, the eastern side of the trough, so you're having divergence and diffluence aloft. And two, it's over the Gulf Stream, which means that it's interacting with a pretty strong thermal gradient at the surface as far as the sea surface temperatures are concerned. So you get these two competing factors, well, not even competing, these two factors that are working in together to support a rapidly intensifying area of low pressure at the low, mid, and upper levels. So with that being the case, you end up with this trough and this backdoor cold front working its way back towards the New York City metropolitan area. And we're going to see this constantly all spring and summer, well now summer, as we move on into June and through July and August. This is going to be a constant theme, which actually is going to be a good thing for us in terms of tropical storms and hurricanes, I think, this year, because I think this trough is going to have the capability of preventing a lot of tropical systems from being able to move right up the coast. They might actually be deflected by this trough being persistent over the northwestern Atlantic. We'll have to watch it. Each little tropical system has its own little flavor, and you have to watch out for each weather pattern, each 500 millibar pattern as far as how they interact. So, but definitely this is going to be a theme that we're going to see all spring and summer. But for the most part, you can see all this dry air and sinking air. See that black and red? That means you have a lot of sinking air over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. And I think that's going to prevent much of any threat for showers or thunderstorms today and certainly for tomorrow. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance from the Penn State UL website. I'm going to use the GFS model guidance this morning. Again, for this afternoon, sky cloud covered to clear skies for the most part. There's that isolated threat for a shower here in the Hudson River Valley, Connecticut, and Long Island. But again, extremely isolated in nature. Temperatures today will rise into the mid to upper 70s over much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Upper 60s to lower 70s right along Long Island with the influence from the Atlantic. For tonight, skies will clear. Temperatures will remain very comfortable. Temperatures falling into the lower to mid 50s for lows. For tomorrow, clear skies throughout the entire region. You can see very dry air in place throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Temperatures are going to warm up very nicely into the mid to upper 70s throughout the New York City metropolitan area, upper 70s to lower 80s in the Philadelphia metropolitan area, and lower to mid 70s along the immediate coast and on Long Island. Overall, just an absolutely beautiful day out there for tomorrow. So if you have any outdoor plans, get out there and enjoy them. You're going to love the weather out there, that is for sure. On Monday, high pressure remains in control. We're going to have a bit more of a southwesterly flow, so look for some increase in clouds and an increase in humidity. Temperatures in the mid 50s for lows and upper 70s to lower 80s for highs throughout the entire region. On Tuesday, this is where it starts getting interesting. We have a frontal boundary that's going to stall over the region. We're going to have some competing factors here developing over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, especially the New York City metropolitan area, as we're going to have a fight back with the marine air mass over portions of New England. We have a warm front set up right along the New Jersey coast. Now, to the west of this warm front, temperatures are going to get very warm. We're talking about temperatures, first of all, for the entire region, mid to upper 60s for lows. High temperatures is where we're going to see the biggest difference. Mid to upper 80s, could even see a few 90s mixed in here on Tuesday to the south and west of this warm front, of this boundary right here. However, to the east of the boundary, temperatures may still be stuck in the 60s and 70s. We're really going to watch this. The models have not been able to accurately depict the marine air mass thus far this year. And I think that there's a potential here for a pretty impressive thermal gradient setting up between New England and the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And it's something that we're going to watch. So temperatures are going to be highly volatile depending on the position of this warm front, and scattered showers and thunderstorms will be a threat. Does this improve for the rest of the week? Not really. That boundary is going to kind of meander right around the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area with a threat for scattered showers and thunderstorms each day. Now again, wherever that warm front is located, that is where you're going to see your divide in temperature. So in this case, let's say on the GFS model guidance, it's suggesting that the warm front finally pushes into New England. That means everyone warms up into the mid to upper 80s, possibly pushing 90 degrees on Wednesday. However, if that backdoor cold front fights back over New England, you're ending up with a totally different story for Connecticut and Long Island, and possibly even the New York City metropolitan area, with showers and thunderstorms and some heavy rainfall. So again, we're going to have to watch this very carefully for Wednesday. And then on Thursday, the cold front moves through with widespread showers and thunderstorms. And if that warm front is pushed into New England at this point, then the potential for severe thunderstorms will be significant as this cold front tries to push through the region. Temperatures ahead of the cold front will range from the mid to upper 60s for lows, possibly even a few 70s mixed in there, and high temperatures in the mid 80s. The cold front moves through on Friday. High pressure starts to take control. And once you know it, we have timing just right where Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week is under the influence of high pressure, low humidity, comfortable temperatures, falling back to near normal levels. Our high temperatures should be around anywhere between 75 and 80 degrees, depending on your location from the coast to the interior. And temperatures on Friday and Saturday will fall back into the lower to mid 60s for lows and upper 70s to lower 80s for highs. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.